Behind the scenes, Jamie Dornan and Dakota speak out for the first time about their secret child. "We thought we would keep it quiet forever, but sometimes, the truth needs to be told, not for the public, but for our children." Dakota Johnson, exclusive interview with Vanity Fair, August 2025. From 2015 to 2018, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson became the center of global attention thanks to the 50 Shades series. They, with explosive chemistry on screen, were shipped by fans for many years, although both always denied their relationship in real life. But the bright light of fame always comes with unnamed dark corners. After the end of the series, Dakota and Jamie almost cut off contact. Each went their separate ways. She continued with artistic roles, he pursued independent projects and returned to his family. No one expected that, 7 years later, in an exclusive interview, both would appear together, hand in hand, and reveal they have a child together. A child that has never been made public. A secret kept for 6 years, the truth comes out. Vanity Fair was the first to publish the explosive interview, headlined, "Jamie and Dakota, Behind the Screen Love, and the Child the World Never Knew About." The interview took place in a quiet country house in Ireland where Jamie now lives most of the time. There were no cameras, just a reporter, a tape recorder, and a heavy silence before the truth emerged. "It was 2017, when we finished filming 50 Shades Freed, it was a mixed bag," Dakota began. "Jamie and I were more than just co-stars. We were quietly in love, even though we knew it was the wrong time." Jamie continued, her voice low but clear, "I was married. Dakota was in a relationship. But in the midst of all that chaos, one night changed everything. None of them expected anything profound. But 6 weeks into filming, Dakota discovered she was pregnant. The decision to keep quiet, and why. Dakota had a choice: abortion, or keeping the baby. In an interview, she admitted, "I cried many nights, but deep down, I knew I couldn't give it up, even if the father couldn't be seen in public with me." She left Los Angeles for Europe, cutting off contact with the media. Jamie, meanwhile, quietly supported her from afar, as a close friend. Jamie's family didn't know, even his wife at the time, Amelia Warner, didn't know that her husband had fathered a child with another woman. "I was living in 2 parallel worlds. One was my legal family, and the other was a child growing up in a strange city that I could only visit a few times a year," Jamie said, eyes glistening. The child, and a secret life in Spain. The child was Elio James Johnson, born in Madrid, Spain, in 2018. Dakota moved there and lived incognito for 4 years, avoiding the limelight, putting her career on hold, refusing all offers to film. "Elio was my light," she says. "I never thought that a little person could change me so much." Jamie, he says, visited Spain several times a year, under the guise of private travel. "No one knew his true purpose. We tried to live with that secret forever. But he grew up so fast. He started asking, 'Who is Daddy? Why do my friends have dads and I don't?' And I knew it was time to face it," Jamie confesses. Broken and reunited, Jamie's double life couldn't last forever. In 2023, his wife, Amelia Warner, discovered an email between Jamie and Dakota that made explicit references to their son. "I don't blame her. I don't make excuses. I've been a coward," Jamie said. The divorce was quiet, without media coverage. Jamie lost custody of his 2 daughters, and was only allowed to see them on a limited basis. But he sighed with relief, "At least I don't have to hide Elio anymore." That same year, Dakota returned to work, and brought Elio out in public for the first time at a small art event in Barcelona. The boy had features of both, especially Jamie's signature grey eyes. Decision to go public. In June 2025, Elio turned 7. During a visit to Ireland with Jamie, he asked, "Why can't I say, Daddy, is Daddy?" Dakota recounted the moment as follows: "I stood there dumbfounded. My child was no longer a pushover. He needed the truth to grow up strong. And sir, the two decided to go public. They contacted Vanity Fair, asking for no photos, no promotion, just an interview, telling the whole truth." Reaction from the public and Hollywood. The interview caused a stir. Not because of the scandal, but because of the rare honesty and courage in a fake Hollywood. Fans weren't angry. They were moved. Fans wrote, "Jamie and Dakota aren't perfect, but few have the courage they have." On social media, the hashtag #ElioJames went viral. Posts supporting the decision to go public were shared millions of times. The media called Elio a child born from cinema, but raised with real love. A month later, Jamie shared her first photo with Elio, the two of them rowing a small boat on a lake in Ireland. No caption needed. A beginning new. Dakota, in the closing lines of the interview, said, "I don't know what will happen to my career. I might lose a lot of things. But at least I didn't lose my son." Jamie admitted, "I used to think fame was important. But I'm tired of it. Now, I just want to be a father, even if it's only half the time." Neither of them are certain about getting back together. But one thing is certain, they will raise Elio together. No more running away, no more hiding.